Here's where we arrived in terms of what collective leadership is. We identified these 4 key characteristics. So remember, this is working in tandem with new technical solutions. So you see people at all levels of the ecosystem around children exercising leadership and agency. So that's in the education system, but also beyond the education system, right through different levels of the community, in the public sector, in the private sector. It means teachers, students, school leaders, policymakers, community leaders, parents are playing a role. It's important that these groups are locally rooted and diverse. So they know the context deeply, they're rooted in it. And they also represent a range of backgrounds, so inclusive of people who've experienced injustices, but also those who might historically have more privilege or access to power. We think that diversity is really important. Thirdly, they're committed to a shared purpose, just like we saw in the RISE research. And in general, they're committed to the purpose of developing all students as leaders, or of tackling educational inequity, or focusing on improving social justice. Finally, and this is really important, they have the relationships and networks that enable them to collaborate and learn together. So they know one another, they have high levels of trust with each other, they have structures and processes for doing work together. Now, if that's what collective leadership is, there are 4 ways we think that collective leadership is being developed in communities, systems, neighborhoods, regions, countries around the Teach For All network. First, through recruitment, bringing people into the collective. Now, typically within the Teach For All network, that's bringing people into the 2-year leadership development program as fellows. But it's also, these days, much wider than that. It might mean recruiting students, parents, school leaders, and others into the work. Secondly, development. So building the capacity of people in the group to work collectively, to lead, shifting their mindsets, building their leadership capacities. Again, that might be the 2-year program, but it's also the development work that's done with alumni, with community partners, with teachers, with students and others. Thirdly, connecting. We think that network partners are making very intentional choices about connecting their cohorts together, connecting with community members, ensuring that their teachers know how to build relationships with their families, students, parents, but it also means building coalitions with other organizations, governments, and so on. We think that act of connection is really critical. Finally, we see organizations doing what we're calling convening. That's bringing organizations, people together to create shared plans, shared goals, a sense of shared purpose, to take action together, to learn together about what's working in particular contexts, and to iterate on that as groups.